This is Dr. Nicola, and I wanted to talk about something that I've been lovingly calling a spiritual two by four upside the head. And for so many people that I know, myself included, the past week or two has been very intense, and there's been a lot of opportunities for growth coming this way. And I was talking with someone I work with, and she described it as a spiritual two by four. Like, whoa, that sounds like a huge thing to have worked with. And I was laughing, and I also agree. It felt like a spiritual two by four. It felt like it knocked the wind out of me. It made me feel disoriented, what was happening, and really took some time to recover from. And then, really, as I moved through being with all that was here, what I realized is that this doesn't have to be a two by four that hurts me. That if I actually really look at this opportunity, what I'm calling the two by four, and I look at it and I embrace it and I allow it to be what it is, it was like, oh, I could use this as an oar. I can use this to actually paddle and captain and navigate these tricky waters, to really direct my boat, as it were, and really utilize this as a resource. But that awareness really only came days after the initial event happened that caused me to feel so disoriented. And so, how did I get from A to Q in this case? Really, it's about slowing down and allowing myself to feel all that was coming through for me. My tendency, like so many of us, is to go into the head and start problem solving and analyzing and trying to figure something out. Why is this happening? What can I do to change it? How can I show up differently? What part of this is my fault? And then you get the critic and the judger and all those fun parts of us that come in. But really, it's what was more helpful this time, and what I really had to ground into was allowing the intensity of the grief and the frustration and the shame that came up from this event, to really be present to it in my body and fully touch into that thing, because that which we fully touch will resolve completely. And what I mean by that, I'll go into in another talk for sure. But so often the mind is cueing us to move away from something that feels uncomfortable, or emotions that just feel really big, like the mind's not going to know what to do with them. And in reality, when we can show up and touch into the fullness of our experience, it really allows that energy of that emotion to release and dissolve, and a deep sense of peace can come in its place. And whatever you're going through, you might be shaking your head going, there's no way I can access peace with this thing going on. But I really promise you that that's not the case, that your presence and touching into whatever is happening within you with compassion and gentleness and curiosity will actually really change the internal milieu of your experience, and will move that two by four from something that knocks you completely off of your feet into something that becomes a tool to help you navigate through the rest of your life with more grace and more ease. And if you want some guidance around how to do that, I'm always available here. You can ask questions. You can work with me one on one. And in February, I'm launching 4 different membership groups. We'll meet online once a month. So if you're interested, send me a message, and I'll be sure you get the information on these groups and see which one calls to you, because we are all working with the same at the core of, we're really working with the things that make us human, the things that make us really um, just move through challenging things. And a lot of times we feel like we're alone, or this is unique to us. But I'm here to assure you that you are not the only one going through whatever it is that you're going through, or having the internal dialogues that you're having about who you are, or in what ways we're deficient. We all have those moments, and there are ways to be resolved with those patterns and actually be much more in peace and harmony within your own system, which then, of course, will translate into finding more peace and harmony with the world around you and with each circumstance as it comes up, no matter how difficult or challenging it may feel initially on the surface. So, sending you lots of love. Tell me what's going on in your world, and let's move through it together. Sending much love. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.